All right. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Wrestling Otaku back here on the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel, your personification of excellence on YouTube and YWC. We're the best reviews wrestling and your three-time YWC channel of the year. And I'm back here. It's officially Monday, December the 2nd of 2024. We are here. We have arrived in the 12th month of the year of 2024, the final month of the year. And holy shit, man, this year's gone by pretty quick. Holy cow. But yeah, so we're winding down the remainder of 2024. Just got a couple weeks left. We're a couple weeks away from Christmas. Then after that, New Year's. And then boom, we're going to be into the new year, into 2025. And so it's really, fun time, holiday. I'm very holiday-oriented, holiday festive type person. So yeah, can't wait for it. So we're just kind of winding down here the remainder of 2024. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and do the video here because I caught wind of something that was said recently on social media by a certain individual in wrestling today, a controversial figure, if you will, who once again has to take to social media to voice more complaints and once again speak on his former company, on his former employer, the promotion he used to wrestle for a few years ago, that being AEW. So once again, I'm here to talk about something that CM Punk said. It's like, Jesus Christ. I literally just did a video on this guy, like, what, a week or two ago? With him fucking blasting AEW again? It's like this dude cannot help himself. He cannot stop but bring this company up. For literally no reason. Nobody in AEW is bringing him up. No, hell, nobody in AEW is even mentioning WWE at this point. And this guy still has to fucking be petty and take shots at them. It's like, holy shit, when is enough enough? And just like I said in the previous video, when is this going to be called out? When is he going to be held accountable by the rest of the community? By the people in this fucking in the wrestling business, in the wrestling bubble, on fucking social media. So let's just get to it. So I happened to see this via screenshot. I didn't see the actual post, but I believe it was, I imagine it was X probably, because that's a shithole, that shithole site that basically cesspool, as I've called it before. So there was a post or a report, I guess, of something that CM Punk said. I believe this was Cultaholic who reported this. I think it was, I could be wrong. I think it was Cultaholic who posted something on their X, on their Twitter/X account or whatever. I think it was X. I mean, that's what it looked like to me in the screenshot. But anyway, so they basically said, CM Punk said something to the effect of, or they basically reported on the fact that people view CM Punk as a model figure in the backstage, in terms of the other wrestlers, in the locker room, in the backstage, in terms of WWE behind the scenes, backstage, whatever have you, something along those lines. I can't remember what all it said, but that was the gist of it. Basically stating, since returning to WWE last year's Survivor Series, CM Punk has been, quote, a model, a role model, or something to that effect, in terms of the WWE locker room. So on and so forth. So then CM Punk replies to this, or he quote tweets it. Again, I'm pretty sure this is X we're talking about here. He quote tweets it, and he basically replies in saying, well, that's what happens when you don't work in a toxic environment. And we all know what he's referring to there. He didn't say AEW. He didn't name drop them here. But we all know what he's referring to. So it's like, motherfucker, again, this guy cannot help himself but take a jab at the other company. He cannot help himself but take a jab at AEW. It's like, Jesus Christ, what happened to being the bigger man? Okay, thought you were done. It's like, it's over. It's been over a year at this point since that happened. And this dude is still fucking salty and petty about that. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, I thought Eric Bischoff and fucking, who the hell else? Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo and all these other dickheads who tried to worm their way into AEW and basically were downed or basically blown off by Tony Khan and all. I thought they were fucking petty. But Jesus Christ, CM Punk is looking and sounding honestly like one of the most petty fucking dudes in pro wrestling today. still to this day, for no reason, for literally no reason, taking jabs at AEW. We all know what he was referring. We all know what he was referencing there. We all know what he meant. He didn't have to say the name AEW. He was obviously referring to AEW. Who else would he be referring to? So I'm just going to respond to this briefly. I'm not even going to make a long video rant about it because I've already basically said everything that needs to be said here. So let me just respond to this real quick. Let's just unpack this real quick, right? CM Punk wants to sit here and say, oh, well, that's what happens when you don't work in a toxic environment, right? So AEW, basically referring to AEW as a, quote, toxic environment, right? Here's a question for all of you. For anybody watching this video right now. For any of you WWE loyalists, all you CM Punk bandwagon jumpers who were talking shit about this guy for so long after he left the company years ago. Now you're all on his dick because he's back in WWE. I have a question for all of you. And CM Punk, if he happens to be watching this goddamn video. You say AEW is a toxic environment, right? Correct me if I'm wrong here, but before CM Punk ever showed up in that company, back in 2021, I believe it was 2021 when he first arrived in AEW. Correct me if I'm wrong, but before that, before CM Punk ever arrived there, I never once, and I was following AEW closely and still do to this day, in terms of like what they do on TV and in terms of, you know, wrestling news, backstage, all that kind of stuff. I follow that, you know, obviously I follow it because I do this channel. Before CM Punk ever arrived there was not one fucking time, not one report, not one mention, not one hint of AEW backstage being a toxic environment. There was not any reference, no reports, no nothing about AEW's backstage environment being considered toxic or a hostile working environment or, oh, it's the Wild Wild West and all that bullshit that we were hearing. It was only after CM Punk arrived there that we started hearing these reports of a divided locker room and this, that, and the third thing, right? So, based on that, just based on that alone, is it possibly out of the realm of possibility to consider the fact that maybe, just maybe, CM Punk contributed to that, quote, toxic environment? Would that be so far-fetched to say? Like, honestly, really? Like, think about it. I want you to go back to the time before CM Punk ever arrived in AEW. Name one time where there was ever news, where there ever had been a report that came out of AEW's backstage locker room being turmoil, or, you know, toxic, or, you know, reports of wrestlers fighting, or this, that, and the third, or there being tension in the locker room. Name one time that's ever happened prior to 2021. You can't. It was only after when CM Punk arrived there. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? So, get the fuck out of my face with this toxic environment. You contributed to the toxic environments, Punk. And like I said, when I initially, you know, when this whole thing happened, when he initially left, when that whole thing went down with him and Jack Perry, and then before that, the all-out post-media scrum, the brawl-out as they call it, his fight with, you know, the Bucks and all that, I said both sides are guilty. I didn't take one side over the other. I said both sides are guilty, both parties are guilty, right? I said that out of my own mouth. I don't have to, obviously the channel, the videos are not up because, you know, this is a different channel, but I'm one of the ones who said both parties are at fault. I'm not taking sides, none of that. Both parties are to blame. It could have been handled better. It could have been handled better by them. It could have been handled better by Punk. It could have been handled better by Tony Khan and the fucking AEW management. I said that. And again, the past is the past. Punk isn't there anymore. But for you to sit here, now that you're in WWE, and constantly fucking bring that up, constantly fucking trying to throw salt in the fucking wound, it is so goddamn fucking petty. It makes him look terrible, terribly bad, terribly petty. Petty and pathetic, honestly. And it's like, what is the point of even doing that? And again, does this shit not get called out? It never, ever do I see any other content creator on here or on any other site calling CM Punk out for saying this shit. Never. But the second AEW talent takes a shot at WWE, oh no, that's wrong. That's bad. You can't do that. Oh, WWE. Oh, WWE lives rent free in their heads, right? Why is CM Punk get allowed to constantly go online and take pop shots at AEW, and that's okay? But if an AEW talent does it, they're condemned, right? Is that not fucking hypocrisy? It's like, Jesus Christ. And CM Punk doesn't need to sit here and talk about a toxic environment because he contributed to the toxic environment. Okay? It takes two to tango. He really needs to stop acting like a damn victim. Honestly. He was afforded every opportunity. Tony Khan gave that man everything. We saw it. Gave him his own show, made him the world's champion, put him against fucking top tier guys, or the guys that AEW featured at the top. You know, fucking top program after top program, main event after main event on pay-per-views, main event on fucking regular shows, Dynamite, Collision, gave him, like I said, gave him his own fucking show. You know, made his appearance on the first ever, or the second ever, I should say, Rampage. Tony Khan gave that man everything. He was afforded every luxury, he gave him everything, every concession. He gave this man everything he wanted, and it still wasn't enough. He just had to pick fights with fucking people. And like I said, maybe there's some AEW talents who are responsible for doing it too. And they should be if they haven't been reprimanded already, they should be reprimanded too. But CM Punk needs to stop acting like a fucking victim and going online and fucking crying and complaining about it every fucking time he has an opportunity to. Because this shit is ridiculous. This is like, what, the fourth time this motherfucker is fucking taking jabs at AEW since last year? Why isn't this getting addressed? Why isn't it getting called out? If he's such a role model, if he's such a model guy, a model citizen, or model wrestler backstage and shit, then why is he fucking taking the social media and taking jabs at another promotion? If he's such a model, if he's such a role model, and somebody who the boys in the back and the guys in WWE currently want to look up to, and this, that, and the third, and that they should, people are saying they should look up to him and all that shit, then why is he fucking acting so goddamn petty when it comes to AEW? How is that being a role model? In what way is that a role model? That doesn't look like any role model to me. That looks like a petty, jealous, bitter old man. An old wrestler who's well past his prime. That's what that looks like to me. And why nobody calls this out? No fucking clue. To me, it's a double standard. And I will continue to call out for as long as I have a fucking platform. It is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Here we are again in December of 2024, and this man is still taking jabs at AEW. And it's beyond ridiculous at this point. Beyond ridiculous. If this were an AEW talent, AEW wrestler, somebody who works in AEW, wrestler, talent, agent, fucking commentator, whatever, referee, whatever, and they were taking shots at WWE like this, you motherfuckers would be all on the shit. Non-stop. Fucking grab the torch and pitchforks. We're going to burn this motherfucker down on social media, right? All that goddamn, you want to talk about toxicity, look at your own fucking, look at, CM Punk wants to talk about toxicity, look at your own goddamn company's fans. Going on fucking social media, taking the social media every goddamn week, taking pop shots at AEW, going to AEW's fan pages, on Facebook, on X, on fucking YouTube, every fucking week. There are literally motherfuckers who have entire pages dedicated to shit-talking this fucking promotion. But AEW is toxic? AEW is a toxic environment? AEW has a toxic fan base? AEW's, quote, toxicity, when it comes to their fan base, doesn't even come close to how fucking bad and how fucking toxic and how fucking petty WWE's fan base is. How fucking petty WWE loyalists are. And that's why I continue to call them out to this day. That's why they don't like my ass. Because I call it like it is. I call you what you are. Call a spade a spade. I call it like I see it. And they don't like me for it. But for CM Punk to still be taking shots to this day is just, to me, proof and evidence of how fucking petty he is. And how he has not gotten over what has happened over a year ago. He's supposed to be a role model. He's supposed to be in a better place. Yet he's still clearly butthurt and upset about what happened over a year ago. About Tony Khan ousting him from AEW. And for good reason. We all seen it. It's all documented. It's not like he just fucking threw him to the side, cast him to the side for nothing. People want to sit here and bring up, oh my God, Ricky Starks, and oh my God, fucking this guy, and oh my God, that guy, and oh my God, Ray Phoenix, and oh my God, Penta, oh my God, Tony Khan holding these talents hostage, blah, blah, blah. Like WWE hasn't done the exact same thing however many fucking times in the last however many years. And yet, again, people want every single thing AEW does quote-unquote wrong gets put under a microscope. Yeah, WWE does the same shit. They get off scot-free. It is the epitome of a fucking double standard, man. It is the epitome of a double standard. It is fucking ridiculous. It is ridiculous at this point. And how this isn't getting called out more frequently is even more ridiculous. And it's just a testament to how fucking biased a lot of these fucking people are when it comes to coverage of a fucking pro wrestling now. Because people have a fucking hate boner for AEW. They have an agenda. I said this on my Blue Sky account. Guys like Eric Bischoff and fucking Bully Ray sit here and shit talk AEW constantly on their goddamn pages and their fucking podcasts, and then they turn around and they're making fucking appearances on WWE. Fucking Eric Bischoff was on NXT not too long ago. Same thing with Bully Ray. And it's like, well, there you go. Of course they're gonna cheap shot AEW because they're literally on the fucking payroll for WWE. And if people want to talk about people being on the quote AEW's payroll, oh, this guy is on AEW's payroll, that guy is on AEW's payroll. When it comes to journalism, when it comes to opinions in terms of pro wrestling, these guys are literally making appearances for a WWE show. It is quite literal biased. Yet you still listen to these motherfuckers. Something is wrong with you. Double standard shit. That's the problem with this community, man. Too many biased motherfuckers, man. Too many biased motherfuckers. There's always a fucking agenda. It's the anti-AEW agenda, and it's sickening. AEW has worked wonders for the wrestling promotion in just the 5 short years that they've been, going on 6 years that they've been here. And everybody and their fucking mother seems to now want to see this promotion fail, and it is fucking ridiculous. It is a goddamn crying shame and an atrocity. Jesus, man. Why isn't this getting called out more? Why aren't the fucking big name content creators on here, the journalists, the podcasters, all these motherfuckers with the thousands and thousands of fucking YouTube subs and the big ass fucking following on social media, all these fucking guys who are supposed to be reliable, unbiased, journalists, podcasts, whatever, why are they not calling the shit out? I don't understand it. It's obvious. There's a clear agenda. I do not go by agendas. I go by what the fuck I see. I call it like it is. I call it how I fucking see it. There's no agenda here. And until it changes, I will continue to do the fucking same thing as long as I have this platform. So CM Punk, quite frankly, you're a petty, petty fucking individual to continuously take shots at another promotion. And if people have the audacity to call this man a role model or a model talent, when you're doing that shit, you don't look like no role model. You don't look like no model individual. When you're on social media taking shots like that, you look like a petty, jealous, bitter, old fucking ex. You come off as a bitter ex-girlfriend. It honestly does. It's sickening. And it's even more sickening that nobody calls this shit out. I seem to be the only one to do it. I guess I'm going to have to be the one. I guess I'm going to have to be the one to call this shit out. And I'll continue to do so. So, I don't know what more to say at this point. CM Punk, you just fucking made an ass out of yourself again on social media. So there you go. And I'll continue to call it out. So I don't really have anything more to say. This video already went longer than I intended. It's going on 20 minutes here. So let me just wrap this up. So it's pretty much all I got to say. CM Punk making an ass out of himself on social media yet again, taking another pop shot at AEW yet again, and nobody calls it out yet again except for me. And I'll continue to do so. So CM Punk, keep AEW's name out of your fucking mouth. They're not bringing you up. They're not talking about you. Shut the fuck up about AEW. Simple as that. Can you not do that? Can you move on with your life? Like, seriously. AEW is the big reason why you're even back in pro wrestling. Think about that. If it wasn't for AEW, you would not have the spot that you have in WWE right now. Think about that shit. Think about that before you take these little pop shots on fucking social media at them. So goddamn ridiculous, man. So ridiculous. Beyond the point of ridiculous. But anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say for this video. So I'm going to wrap this up here now. So thank you for watching here. I'll see you guys in my next video. Yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter. Until he says something else, then I'm going to call that out again. And of course, nobody's going to like me for it. What the fuck ever. You don't like it? Kiss my ass. But anyway, that's all I got to say for this video. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like the video. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support I can get. And that's going to be it for this here, man. See you guys in the next video. Till then, Resto Taco, I'm out. See you guys later. Peace.